Hey guys, how you doing? Steve Donohue here from DCS Sales Marketing, and we're going to do a video on prescription cards, but we're going to go into the history of what RX means. What is actually RX? You'll notice a lot of times when you actually go to the doctor will prescribe on his order that he gives you, the prescription, it says RX on it. So what is this RX and what does it actually mean? So we're going to go back in history, kind of give you an idea, and then show you the plan that we're going to have available for the RX discount plan. Does that sound fair enough? So without further ado, we're going to get into it. So if you're looking here about the history of what RX is, where did the RX symbol actually come from? It's commonly seen on a doctor's prescription pad and signs in pharmacies. RX is the symbol for a medical prescription. So according to most resources, RX is derived from the Latin word recipe, meaning take. Among several alternative theories, however, is the belief that the RX symbol evolved from the Eye of Horus, which is an ancient Egyptian symbol associated with healing powers. So what is known for certain is that the practice of pharmacy and the preparation and dispensation of drugs has literally been around for thousands of years. The world's first recorded prescriptions were etched on a clay tablet in Mesopotamia around 2100 BC, while the first drugstores were established in the ancient city of Baghdad in the 8th century AD. So that's quite a lot to think about. So if we go into the history of America's earliest drugstores date to the 17th century in places such as Boston and New York. Before he became infamous as a trader during the Revolutionary War, Benedict Arnold was an apothecary or pharmacist in Connecticut. The first College of Pharmacy in the United States was founded in 1821 in Philadelphia. In the late 19th century, it was an Atlanta pharmacist, John Pemberton, who invented the formula for what would have become Coca-Cola. At the time, Pemberton claimed his new concoction cured a variety of afflictions. So prior to the 1950s, the majority of prescription medications in America were compounded by pharmacists. That is, each medication was custom-made from raw ingredients to suit an individual patient's needs. After the mid-20th century, pharmacists filled most prescriptions with mass-produced products from drug companies. Today, the mortar and pestle used by pharmacists for centuries to make medications remains an industry symbol, often appearing on drugstore signs along with RX. So basically, that's what the RX symbol is, and it's all to do with drugs. The founder of the way it was, like an actual reference to know of what it is, kind of like a logo, but it's all to do with prescriptions, okay? A little bit of information there to know. Now, the prescription industry itself, do you know actually how much the drug industry makes? Let's do a search on it. How much is the pharmaceutical industry worth? And this is astounding. It's like the number one thing that's making money. It's just incredible. The pharmaceutical industry is responsible for the research, development, production, and distribution of medications. The market has experienced significant growth during the past 2 decades, and pharma revenues worldwide totaled $1.2 trillion in 2020. That's from 2020. In 2 years, $1.27 trillion. Better than the sex industry. That's how much money is being made on pharmaceuticals now. And it just goes to show how much money is actually being made by these companies that are literally nickel and diming you with the expenses that you have to pay for some of these pharmaceuticals or these drugs that you actually have to take. That if you are not in a plan and you actually are not in any insurance or anything like that, these drugs can cost you a fortune. Now, there was a place that was opened up, and I think a lot of people know it, and I'll see if I can find it here. I'm not sure if I still have it here, but if I can find it, I'll do a research on it again. Good RX. Now, this is one of the models and the business model that provides you with this actual card so you can get the percentage off for these pharmaceuticals and drugs that literally would cost you a fortune and you just could not afford to do it. So they brought out these business models and these companies that actually will allow you to use these cards and memberships and things like this. And the number one is Good RX, and it's the most well-known company, okay? And it's a good company. There's no doubt about it, but there's a couple little problems with it. It is 100% free to use, and people want to know, how do they actually make money on it if they're actually giving away something for free? Well, the truth of the matter is they're not really giving away something for free. They're making something on it, okay? So every time you actually go and buy a drug, they're making money on that drug, okay? So if you just look down for information, a lot of things that they have, according to Good RX About page, the company estimates that since 2011 they have helped more than 18 million people for prescription saving them a total of $30 billion through using the coupon discount service, okay? And to that, Good RX currently has about 20 million people visiting Good RX each month. Now, the problem with them is that there are a lot of actual memberships that you actually have to pay for to stay in it to get these discounts. Now, it's still a good thing. I mean, you can get it a lot cheaper than anywhere else, and that's true. You can get, even if you have a look at 88.6% of GoodRx's total revenue came from prescription transactions in 2020. So that's how they make their money, okay? You have a GoodRx Gold subscription service, which costs you money of $5.99 per month, and family membership is $9.99 per month. You have the GoodRx Care Telehealth service, which again with a gold membership would cost you $19 per visit, and without a GoodRx Gold member, it's usually $49 a visit. So you're saving quite substantially in being with them. They make money on advertising, okay? That's how they make the money as well. Obviously, they offer advertising solutions to pharmaceutical manufacturers through direct mailers sent to GoodRx customers, integrating their affordability solutions into GoodRx platform for GoodRx customers to see. So, manufacturers spend $30 billion annually on advertising. Pharmaceutical manufacturers, $30 billion annually. Can you imagine that? $30 billion to attract new customers. So GoodRx is trying to get a slice of that advertising and spend it through its more targeted ad solutions. So in turn, what happens is that they will be able to provide a drug that is a lot cheaper by saying to you that it is free. Now, I don't have a problem with GoodRx. It's been around for quite a while. But what I would like to show you is another actual membership available that's not going to cost you anything. It's not going to cost you any membership whatsoever. And all you need to do is download the card that I'm going to provide on the link below, as always, on the link below, because I am an agent for this as well. All right, it's one of my things that I do, and I want to bring it out to people and show. Just try it. It's not going to cost you, I promise you, a red cent to download this card and just go into one of the pharmacies and actually ask them how much discount can they get on your prescription, your drugs, and you'll see. And if it doesn't provide a good discount, then nothing has hurt you. It hasn't cost you a lot of money. The one that I am providing it's called the Savings RX Prime. It works on the same type of business module as the RX Good, which has been around for a long, but this is one around in my area, and it's called RX Prime. And again, it does the exact same thing. You get your free prescription discount card and you save up to 80% on your prescriptions. Again, as always, like disclaimers, prescription savings vary by prescription and by pharmacy and may reach up to 80% off the cash price. Not guaranteed it's going to be 80% off. Okay, but there's a good chance you could get a medication that is literally going to drastically reduce if you would just go into the drugstore and just buy it independently. This is a card you would actually use. You would see the card here under group name is the group that I'm in, and you will kind of use the card through me, and I just get a little kickback per each sale, obviously, as an agent myself. But you can email the card to get the card. You can text the card to someone else if you want them to use it, email the card, or you can download the card and you just print it out and then you take it into your pharmacy and use it. That's all you have to do. All right. Now, through the Facebook is their Facebook page, one of the pages someone else is using right now. You'll see Walgreens uses it, CVS Pharmacy uses it, Rite Aid uses it, Walmart uses it, and Kroger uses it, and there's more coming. Okay, so look around and see, and go into the pharmacy and just ask them if they're actually using it, because it's becoming nationwide, and there's a lot of actually people here that are going to be able to use it in my area, but I'm kind of broadening it out by using this video and seeing. Right now I'm in Pennsylvania, around near the Lancaster, Hershey, Lebanon area, and it's available to be used there. But I would ask you to try it in your other states and see if it's available for you as well. I promise you guys, this is not going to cost you a red cent. And I'm just going to give you the link below where you can actually download and print out that card. So when you go in for your medication, if you are not under any type of insurance prescription program, I emphasize this will cost you nothing, and all you do is present that card and say, can I get a discount with this? And the pharmacy will come up to you and say either yes or no, and it hasn't cost you anything to do it. Okay, maybe you can go somewhere else and maybe get that medication cheaper by going through CVS or Rite Aid or Walmart and try these other ones, these actual ones that are in this network that have all come together to be in this plan to help people out in not having to pay that exorbitant price. As you said, you can see the pharmaceutical market, trillions of dollars they're making because people are not understanding that they can get discounts on their medication, even if they're not insured. And these cards allow you to do it. All right, so I'm going to put this on. I'm going to put the link below. Try to use this card. If you need medication, use the card. Comment below. Like, subscribe. Comment below if it worked or it did not work. I'd like to get feedback to see what areas this is actually working in. So I can get more of a marketing concept, and I can literally look at the areas which are more contained in that area for this card to be used. Or would it be a rural area, or will it be a suburban city area? Whatever it is, that's going to be more beneficial in that area for people to use cards. Okay, so again, just look at this. It's just something I would like to put out there to show you guys that you can actually get discounts by using a card, okay? These other ones are out there. There are other networks out there, but you'll find that RX Prime is getting almost one of the best deals. I think they're a little bit more expensive than RX Good, but RX Good has been around for a long time. But this actual business platform is starting to take off as well, and they are going to give you a good deal. All right? Thanks for your time, guys. God bless.